I think let's get started. This is the next in our series about AI and webinars that we are doing. For those of you who are joining us, we're doing this series every week. This is our ChatGPT setup and productivity tips, specifically aimed at using that tool for business. Let me talk to you briefly about our agenda. We will talk about how ChatGPT supports your work, how to log into ChatGPT, and walk you through the interface so you understand what everything is and how to use it. Work some tips and tricks that really can help you. Personalization, library, modes, attachments, how to talk to ChatGPT via voice, how to make the questions and how interaction can become better, have some Q&A, and then do some follow-ups. So with that in mind, let me kind of do a brief introduction. My name is Peter Robert. I'm the CEO of Expert Computer Solutions. We've been in business for over 20 years, providing IT support for small to mid-sized businesses. I have with me Amy from our marketing team that helped put together this presentation. I have been playing with AI and working with AI since probably now more than 3 years, and learning how to use it best, doing a lot of research. What are the things that work great, what don't? I'm using it. Our company uses it. We're teaching other companies how to use it as well. And with that in mind, I'll transition into our presentation, how ChatGPT supports your work. So what is ChatGPT and what it can do? ChatGPT can help you draft emails, reformat your documents, summarize presentations, and it allows you to work faster. It's your online assistant that can do a lot of the things that you would in the past need an assistant to do it for you. What ChatGPT is not designed to do, it's not designed to replace your professional judgment. ChatGPT can hallucinate, which is tell you incorrect information, but make it sound like it is correct situation. And when that happens, it will be very, very convincing. So you still need to double check your work and make sure that what you're getting out ChatGPT is correct, because at the end of the day, it is your work that is going out there. The first thing you should need to know is how to log into ChatGPT, and it's very simple. You go to chatgpt.com and you can log into the interface with your account. Once you log in, you're going to see this particular screen or something very, very similar. And I'm going to go over these options with you. The first is most importantly is the prompt box. This is where you put in your questions, you add your documents or what you want to include, you click on enter, and then ChatGPT has a response for you. The menu on the left-hand side, as you have more chats, you will see those chats fill up over here. You could search your chats for anything specific that you were looking for in the past. You have projects, which are, we'll talk about them a little bit later. Projects is a way for you to create specific group of chats and actions on a group of topic or with specific data. Your chat history, where it has all the chats that you have. Your account menu, and if you have a work account set up, this is where you could have settings that you can make for your business or that are specifically set by your administrator. Temporary chats, this is for when those one-time chats that you do not want to remember. One of the things you need to know is that ChatGPT remembers what you've asked in different chats. So whenever you do a question in here and you reference a different chat, it could actually pull information for it and reference the information that was there. Interface overview and specifically personalization. Now, I've mentioned before, I've been working with ChatGPT now for the last 3 years. And before personalization, if you ever work with it, you'll notice every question that you ask is going to be Oh, Peter, that's a great idea. Great job. You're on the right track. It defaults to giving you encouragement. Even if the idea isn't really that great, it still tells you it's a great idea, but did you think about this? Well, I am more of a direct person. I like my interaction to be straight to the point, give me information I need to know so I could move forward. Well, you could do that. In ChatGPT, if you go on personalization and go through different settings, you are able to tweak how ChatGPT responds, whether it tells you positively, more direct, or how you want it to communicate with you. ChatGPT library. So I mentioned different things that ChatGPT can create for you. It can create PDF files. It can create images. I think it can even create videos now, and a lot of other things. When ChatGPT creates diagrams, visuals, and images, they're going to be located in your library, so you can always refer to them later, even if they are in one of your chats. Models, ChatGPT models. So this is really, really important. By default, when you start working with ChatGPT, it's going to be in automatic mode. And automatic mode in models is how long the ChatGPT is going to think about your question and how much intelligence it's going to provide for an answer. You have really three different modes: instant, thinking, and pro. Auto, it decides automatically which one of these to use. Instant means that it's going to reference the memory that it has and try to provide you an answer within seconds. Thinking, it's going to think for about maybe 10, 15 seconds. And it's going to try to answer your question or give you the information you need. Pro, it's going to think for about 5 to 10 minutes, maybe longer, depends on your question. So with ChatGPT, if you wanted to do a detailed financial analysis of a big document and merge two documents together, well, Pro will probably give you a much more accurate information that's specific. Instant is going to give you more of surface information. Now, be careful with this. Sometimes people default to Pro right away. Pro uses research credits that they limit and they run out. If you keep it on auto or instant or thinking, it doesn't use research credits and they're not used against your usage limit, versus Pro does, and then they'll charge you extra for it. Attachments. So one of the main benefits that I found with ChatGPT is if you provide information to it, that a picture, a Word document, a PDF file, it can fully analyze that information and give you an answer in terms of what you're trying to access. An Excel document, to attach a document, you could click on the plus button, add photos or files, and attach them, and then put in whatever the question that you need to put in. Now, a disclaimer here, we are making an assumption that you are on ChatGPT Teams or a business account. If you're on a personal account, I really highly recommend that you make sure ChatGPT is not learning from your data, because at that point in time, you may be exposing your data to that other people have access to it. Voice input. This is really, really useful, and I'm going to kind of expand on this a little bit more. We are very used to traditional input on computers, where we are just typing and like an email or chat or reply. But with ChatGPT and other AIs as well, if you click on the voice icon, you start a conversation mode. As long as you have a camera, a microphone, or speakers, you can actually do natural language. You could talk and ask questions and get answers to what you're looking for just by having a conversation. The good part about this, the system is becoming really, really advanced and easy to use. So you could interrupt it, you could have a discussion, just like you would have with a person that's sitting across from you. Now, another tip about this is great to use on the computer. It's also great to use in the mobile phone, so you have access to it in both locations. How you ask a question makes a big difference. So, example, if you just put a question in, act as a private equity associate, help me draft a clear professional first draft of investment document, you're going to get a pretty decent response. If you don't, and you just say, give me a presentation for my meeting, it's going to have its own interpretation of what you are trying to do. What we found in our experience is examples and more detailed prompts, very specific prompts, can give you much better results and quicker results. So you get the results that you want out of ChatGPT that are the most productive for you. Here's some communication tips to keep in mind. Ask for a specific output format. You want it in bullet format. Tell it, hey, drop this email and give it to me short, to the point, and bullet format. Ask it to create a prompt for you and improve your prompts. So after you had a great conversation with ChatGPT and it gave you exactly what you're looking for, as the last item on that conversation, say, for the next time I want to do this, give me a prompt on how to use. It's going to go in and it's going to give you exactly a prompt you could reuse in the near future. Keep ChatGPT aligned. This is a really important topic to address as well. What we found with ChatGPT, and specifically my experience, that sometimes if I like to use the same chat and I continue the conversation in one chat, asking questions and more information. Well, when that chat gets a little bit too big, it starts struggling because it's kind of, there's a lot of different concepts. So recommendation from us is, number one, if you find the system is slowing down, create a brand new chat. Number two, try to keep different questions to a specific chat. You're probably going to get best answers and best results. We go from there. Renaming your chats. So you can imagine, if I've been doing this for 3 years, I have probably like pages and pages of chats. Sometimes, I'm asking questions multiple times per day on different subjects, how to improve them and how to make them better. It helps best if those are organized, and that is for you, not for ChatGPT. You could probably find any information you want from there, but you can rename a chat, and that makes it easier to find in the future when you're looking for something. I went over quite a bit of tips and tricks. There's a lot more to this. We actually have a second session that is more for advanced and additional items that digs a little bit deeper. And if you're interested in ChatGPT for your business, we can help. What we do is we provide IT readiness assessments. We make sure your business has all the security, all the framework that you need to put it in place. And then we sit down and we can help you set up your ChatGPT account for your business, enabling multi-factor authentication, all those best practices, so that it doesn't end up hurting your company in the long run if it's not configured correctly. As I mentioned, also, we are doing multiple series on this topics. Please visit our website at www.ecsoffice.com/newsroom. You will find other topics that are of interest and current that will be beneficial for you and for your business. And now I'll kind of review our frequently asked questions. These are the questions that we find that people are asking that are relevant and may be beneficial to you. If you do have questions yourself, please put questions into the chat. Amy is going to document all of them or into a Q&A section, and we'll answer any questions that come up. So what is ChatGPT meant to be used for at work? ChatGPT is designed to help you, not to replace your judgment, and not to come up with creative ideas to prank your coworkers, though. I mean, you could do that if you wanted to, but it's designed to help you get information processed faster, make presentations, summarize document, organize your ideas, and come up with ideas that you may have. How do I log in to ChatGPT? ChatGPT.com. That is pretty simple. How do I make sure I'm using the correct company account? It's a really good question. If you have a personal account and you have a company account, make sure you go down on the left-hand side and that you're using your company workspace. Otherwise, you may be potentially entering data and that may be leaked or used not in a way that your company approves it. What is temporary chats and when should I use it? That is a really good question. If you have a question that you don't want to be logged and used as a memory later, referred in the future, this is when you would use a temporary chat. It's a one-time chat that ChatGPT won't remember after you finish it, and it's not going to be in your message list. What are the different ChatGPT modes and which should I use? You have your auto, instant thinking, and pro. Auto will pick one automatically. By the way, auto will never pick pro, just so you know. It will always pick either instant or thinking from its mode. Instant gives you fast response, thinking, best for structural reasoning, and pro is really your deep analysis where you want to dig into it. How can I get a better answer from ChatGPT? Be clear, assemble your prompts and have a specific prompt of how you want your information. Provide examples. Give ChatGPT a role. Tell it, you are a Harvard graduate sitting in my office over here. I need you to give me an essay, bullet by bullet point. Ask for a step-by-step response, and also ask it to ask you questions. If you're doing brainstorming, ask it to ask me questions about it. That way you can get the most out of it. How can I stay organized with using chats? Rename your chats. All right, I'm gonna go to questions. Amy, anyone has any questions?
Not at the moment. But we can give it a couple of seconds.
Well, couple of seconds, couple of minutes. All right, if you're joining us, this session is also recorded. I'm sure afterwards it's going to be on our website. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of your afternoon.